Hey, this is Corey with Life Ends, and I want to talk to you today about a tape that just came out from a band called Abyzou, or it could be a different spelling of Abyzou. I'm not sure, but I think it's Abyzou. Anyways, this band is from Arizona, and I'm going to talk to you about their, I guess it would be an EP called Aeternum, and this came out in October, but the tape version of it was just released early or late February, so a couple weeks ago, on Transylvanian Tapes, which Transylvanian Tapes is a tape label that you absolutely have to check out. There is so much good stuff coming out on that label, and I'm not just saying that because they put my band's tape out, but it's a really good label, and I wouldn't talk about something if I didn't think it was absolutely amazing, and this band is absolutely amazing. As far as like old school death metal goes, hey, there's a cat. As far as old school death metal goes, this is what I like. Not an insane amount of blasting, but it's got some serious grooves, almost like some like doomy kind of parts. You know, it's takes a little bit of a slower approach, like half time, but I love that, especially when you have double kick underneath, just straight, just driving double bass. And there's not a lot of bands that do that anymore. It seems like a lot of bands are just really concerned about blasting a lot, and although I get that and I like some stuff like that, I much prefer this. I totally prefer this. It's very low tuned. It's filthy sounding. It's just filthy. It sounds disgusting. I would say if I was going to talk about another band that this kind of sounded like, to me, it sounds a lot like certain eras of Incantation. Let's see. I at first, because the newest Incantation, actually the last two albums, it was reminding me of that. But then I listened to like older stuff, like the first album, like Onward to Gotha, and it has a lot of that in it too. It really does. As I listen to this, I'm like, why do I like this so much? Because to be honest with you, I don't listen to a whole lot of death metal. I listen to a lot more black metal and punk rock, but the death metal that I do listen to tends to be really, the riffs tend to stick out a lot, and it tends to have less blasting, and I love blasting, but it tends to have less of that. I like technical riffs, but you really got to be able to hear them, and there isn't that many bands that pull it off that well. And being a guitar player, like I really like to hear the riffs, and I feel like it gets lost in a lot of death metal, and especially a lot of new old school death metal bands. I feel like on a lot of the stuff that's actually older, you can kind of hear the riffs a bit more. A lot of noodling gets lost in a lot of newer bands, and this band's not like that. I mean, these riffs shine through, and they are so memorable. Like, if you're gonna repeat a riff over and over, it better be good. It better be memorable. I better be singing that riff. And this band does that. I mean, these riffs are like a heartbeat, you know, like and it's perfect. It's so perfect. Also, the drumming is just top notch. The drums, there's not an instance where I'm like, well, I wouldn't have had that. You know, I wouldn't have had that beat right there. I wouldn't have had that fill. You know, it's like I feel like I just know where each riff is going. It feels so natural. Like, you can just listen to this and you're just like, well, this band knows exactly what it's doing. They it's not that they're not, you know, reaching outwards at all. You know, they're definitely doing something a little bit different than what I'm hearing these days. But it just, I'm searching for the right word. They really have a clear understanding of how a song should be written when it comes to death metal. And, you know, I like that even when they do get faster, it always comes back to this just like dark kind of doominess. And the vocals too. The vocals are just disgusting sounding, and they were one of the things too that reminds me of Incantation. In fact, the closest comparison, while listening to this band, to Incantation is probably the vocals, and when the parts where they slow down, a little bit doomier riffs, man. But that doesn't mean that they're not like their own thing. They definitely are. They definitely are. I think they spend more time with those slower kind of halftime beats than a lot of other bands do, and they just do it so well. I think some bands, you know, hide behind their speed, and this band's not doing that. Everything is super precise. So I'm just really glad that Transylvanian Tapes put out this tape. I have not got the tape yet. I'm going to get this tape. I cannot wait. The album's been available on their Bandcamp for free since October, and yeah, it's also on Transylvanian Tapes. If you just want to listen to it, go listen to it. But this is worth your money. I'm telling you, this is going to be worth your money. It's all I've been listening to for the past 2 weeks. Let's see. Let me look at my cheat sheet here. Yeah, as far as favorite tracks go, I'm going to say the first track, Creation, is a standout. That's just a killer opener. It's so memorable, and you really have to start out really memorable like that. Like, to just, it caught me. It caught me right away. And I'd say track 3, Euthanasia, that was pretty awesome. That's the one that they're a lot. They actually they get a bit faster on that track. They get a bit faster, but they still come back to this just dark, filthy kind of, you know, slower riffs eventually. That song is awesome. And then I'd say the other song I really like is the last track, the title track, and that song's pretty damn amazing too. I really hope this band puts out a full length or something else soon, because I already know like I want more of this. I want more of this for sure. This album is so good, or EP, I guess. I don't, you know, whatever you would call it. Anyways, if you want to get this, go over to the Transylvanian Tapes Bandcamp. I'm going to put a link below, and buy this. Transylvanian Tapes is awesome. James is awesome. get this, check out some of the other bands over there. There's so much good stuff there. I'm so glad that he put out the first release by this band, because I have a feeling this band's gonna get pretty big when it comes to death metal. Yeah, I couldn't rate something higher if I had a rating scale. This is absolutely perfect. I love it. Anyway, so this was Abyzou, Aeternum, and I'm Corey. This is Life Ends. Send me a message or something. Give me a link. A link. Give me a like. You can send me a link though if you want me to check out your band or something. I'll definitely do that. Yeah, give me a like, subscribe, whatever. I'm just over here having fun, drinking some beer, like every day, enjoying this quarantine life, hopefully not for long. And yeah, I'm gonna keep making videos.